Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. We are streaming yet again. Today we're gonna just continue off of what we did on, what would that be, Tuesday? We're going to, try and fly our Minmus mission that we built. Maybe, if we have time, build, and again, maybe if we have time, fly our Mun mission. The goal for today is Minmus, but if we can do more, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I guess we'll just hop straight into it. So, we are going to load up the KSP Planetary Quest. And maybe if we don't have enough time for the Mun, but we do have a little bit of time, since I don't really want to waste any time, we could go and grab a little bit of science off of like a plane. Plus, building planes is fun, or at least I enjoy it, so here we go. Just 1 second here. Alright, let's just refresh my brain a little bit on this. Let's check out the craft that we built. Right, we called it the Balder 1. I believe that's a Nordic god. I think he was the god of light. And I guess let me pull up a Delta V map. Delta V map. Here we go. Alright. So, we are going to need, it's a lot of Delta V in total. So, probably should set this to vacuum. I think that's how it's calculated. But let's see. I guess we will work backwards. So, up top here, actually, let's check the staging real quick. Make sure this is all in order. So first we want all these engines to fire. Oh, why is that? There. Alright, that's better. Okay, so first we want these are the side boosters engines and the core engines to all fire up. You can pre-fire it for like a second. We'll release all the clamps. So that is these three tall ones, sorry. These fellers here. These side ones, that's all of them. Then the first thing we want to separate is the boosters. The boosters that go to the other boosters. That's going to be these guys. Then the next set of boosters, yep. And then we're going to want to separate, and I think we have it firing up at the same time. Yep. Then fairing separation, and then we will decouple and fire up the lander, then that, drogue chutes, and parachutes. I think we got that all good. So let's work backwards here from the top. So from our lander stage of 1607 meters per second, which will get us, so in order to get us home, let's see, we need about 200, 400 meters per second, 500 meters per second. Budget a little bit over. I know some people are probably going to be like, what, that's way too much, but so it's 11, leaves us with 1100 left. And then to land, it's going to need like 600, that's 400 extra, which is nice to have the wiggle room. If we either want to do a hop to a new biome or what have you, I'm tempted, but I'm also tempted to not do a hop to a new biome because I don't want to like milk it for too much science. Katie10 says hi. Hello, Katie. How's it going? Alright, so then we've got, it's basically this whole stage. So we need about 1,000 So that leaves us with 600 in this stage to get into orbit. So 1,000, 600, and then we need about 3,800 to get into orbit. That's 600. It's 2,600. It'd be what, 3,300 plus 500, so it's 3,800. So it's right there. Obviously, we have a little bit of wiggle room in the lander, so I think this should be good to get us there. Got all of our banners. That's right. That's nice detail. Yes, you are indeed Katie. Let's see. We'll set us up with a scientist, I think. Because that way, yeah, we can reset the experiments, because we're probably going to have to do a lot more of them. Actually, have we done high space yet? I don't think we've done high space, so... We'll have high space over Kerbin, then high space over the Mun, or over, I'm sorry, Minmus. Low space over Minmus. Minmus itself, like on the surface, and maybe at a second biome. But this should yield us tons of science. We'll have tons of new tech to play around with for the Mun mission. So, I think we're good to go. So, here we go. Mission to the Mun. Or not, I keep saying the Mun. Minmus. So, let's see. Aim camera up here. Oops. Alright, I'm going to create a quick save here. Save game. We're going to name this as Baldur 1 pre-launch. Just in case something goes wrong and we need to go back. I know we can revert, but I want to be able to simply set back to... I'm going to bring these down here. Alright, so these three should detach at the beginning. So here we go. SAS on. We're going to do some deflection tests so the fin's moving good. Probably better if I aim the camera down here so you can see better. Cool. Alright. Let's refocus up our camera and we're good to go. So, I'm going to detach those and then start up our engines. And we're going. We're going! It is time to conquer. Alright, we'll keep this thrust ratio down. It's time to conquer the Kerbin system. This is also going to be our first orbital rocket, which probably isn't great that, you know, such a big step is straight to the, to a landing. But, you know. Alright, first boosters are gone. Oh, beautiful. Keep pitching over here. Aim to be about, you know, somewhere between like 45 and, yeah, 50 degrees at 10 kilometers right there. Keep arcing over. Try and hit 40 for 15. Alright. There go the other boosters. Very beautifully. Keep arcing over to like 30. Gonna watch our apoapsis up here till we get to like, I think 80. Should be a good circular as at 80 kilometers, so 80,000 meters. Alright, gonna try and arc a little bit more now. This core stage is gonna get us most of the way to orbit, if not all the way. I'm gonna try and push the periapsis now. Gonna get that as high as we can before this hits 80. Alright. There we go. Alright, before I forget, let's create a maneuver node here. It's going to be to circularize us, bring us into orbit. It's actually gone pretty well so far. Doesn't have to be a perfect orbit because it's not staying here. This is just for parking as we plot out, as we're going to plot out to Minmus. So this one looks good. Yep. Cool. Start burning in a minute 22. It's actually mostly going to be on the stage. Looks like we should be dropping off the stage right before we hit orbit. So, not no space junk. There's still going to be some with the upper stages, but here we can, I guess we could deploy our fairing halves. So beautiful. Our little landers underneath. Ah! We're doing it! Speed up time just a tad bit here. Alright, about 10 seconds. Locked on. And there we go. I'm going to watch the map now. That is, actually, we're going to have to stage this off first. Curious where it's going to stage off. Oh, or maybe it is going to get left in orbit. Just close off that. See, this red line is what's in the atmosphere still. This is a safe orbit, but I'm going to bring it to be circular. Like that. Cool. We did it. With fuel to spare in that stage. Alright. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I guess decouple it. Alright. So that is gonna get left in orbit, I guess. Nothing that we can do about it. Alright, hold on. Let's make another save again, just in case we screw up. So, Balder 1, parking, orbit. Cool, so this is our transfer stage. That's all it is. And it has a lot of delta V, actually, so it might... well, that'll transfer us and probably circularize us as well. So I do think we did overpack pretty significantly for this. Alright, now to draw on my memory of how to do this, because it's been a dang while. So we want to make our maneuver be at the ascending and descending nodes. So that's where our orbits line up, so let's, along this line here. So the next one we're going to hit is going to be ascending. But it looks like the next one, Minmus, is more likely to hit is descending. So we're going to add a maneuver. And we're just going to drag it out till it's like the orbit height of Minmus. Got a money counter there. We're going to watch those 2 points. And ta-da! We have an encounter. Just how low can we get this periapsis? Oops, that's a little too far. Alright, right about there, that's where we're comfy. So, boom, plotted to Minmus. Now, I'm going to turn off SAS to save some power. We've got panels, but we're also on the dark side. Just to stay safe. And I suppose we shall warp till, well, near that node. Warp to we're about 30 seconds away. That'll do. Right, we're gonna lock onto the maneuver node. And we're gonna light up these 3 Terriers for the first time. Here we go. Oh, so beautiful with the waterfall. Look at that. Alright, should be paying attention to the map though. So we're going to start by watching this up here till our line starts to match that. Alright, here we come. Alright, this is where we want to watch carefully. We're gonna watch until we bring this periapsis. Alright, went a little past, that's fine. Because we're going to do a mid-course correction burn. Alright, we can unset that as our target though. Can we focus on spacecraft? No. Alright. Mid-course correction burn. Add a maneuver here. Alright, maneuver. So we're gonna just kind of mess around with this until this is where we want it to be. And I kind of want it to be on the equator. Just gonna drag it down a tad. Nice and slow. Looks good. Let's watch that. Drop it into like a 20-kilometer orbit. Oops. Trying to fine tune it here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's better. All right. It's only a 1.5 meters per second burn, so I'm actually going to set the thrust limiter on these way down to 25. Probably help if they all matched. 25, 25, 25. Alright. Again, trying to go carefully. Save game. Boulder 1. En route, I guess. Alright. We're going to turn SAS off. And we're cruising. Actually, let's turn it back on and... where's the maneuver? Trying to kind of point close to it. Upside down? Sure. Alright. I guess we will watch as we drift out of the system. Here we go. And we're about to be, we're past the Mun's orbit. And that is exactly why we made a quick save, because we missed our burn. Although probably actually doesn't matter all too much. I think we might as well still try and hit it, so should have roughly the same effect still. Slightly higher orbit, but that's okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. I suppose while we're here, because we're not going to have connection to the KSC, we should make a maneuver to circularize. Alright. Boom! And I suppose we will continue to warp, although this is a very long journey from here. Look at how far Minmus has to go. We're actually encountering it on the way back, so you see we go past our apoapsis and come back down. It's being funky. Just trying to get close. How long till our encounter? 42 seconds. I'm just gonna wait this out, so we make sure we actually do encounter it here, because it looks like we're in a trajectory that's gonna have us like almost just miss it. We're just trying to be careful that we hit it. Hello and welcome, Love XO, Duncan, and Starbucks. Great name, 10 out of 10, love it. There we go, there's our encounter. So now we get to do some of our first new science, and oh boy, those are some high-paying rewards. Let's see, crew report, temperature scan, atmospheric pressure scan, mystery goo observation, and a materials study. Alright, come on Bob, we got our first set of stuff to do. EVA report. Take the data from there. Take the data and restore that fella. Take the data and restore that fella. Take the data. Oh, wait a minute. What was the buttons for RCS control? Bob, why are you... Hold on, I gotta look this up before he gets too far. EVA suit controls KSP. Oh, control and shift for up and down. Okay, that's all I was missing. Just need to get the barometer. That's all. Just need to take your data. We can be good friend. Take the data and then grab a hold. Got everything. Hop back on. We're good. Okay. Now we are en route to the Mun. Hello, Daryl. Or not on the Mun. Minmus. Minmus. So here we come, Minmus. Just trying to get close to it. Alright, let's stop here. Get our bearings. And here we go. What was just going to be our orbit stage is getting us all the way circularized at Minmus. Well, it's never even supposed to come out here. But it did, because we over budgeted, and I'd like to stick with that theme. I think going over is a little better than going under. I'm going to lower that to 15 maybe. Cool. Close off that maneuver. Oh, I can't use it. Whatever. Alright. Well, here we are, Jib. We're a little, just under half an hour into this stream, and we're at Minmus. Or not Jib, Bob. Can't get anything right. There we go. Now we're in close space, and we've got a whole bunch more, much more valuable science. Beautiful. Get an EVA report. And we will collect all of the data. Take some data. Great, can't get that one. Come on. Take the data there. We're gonna get back in now. I know you're skilled with the pack, Bob, but don't really want to risk it. Oop. Not used to these controls. There we go. It's better. Where is Kerbin? Do we have connection? We should, but we don't, so looks like we're going to be stuck with this maneuver node. I suppose we shall keep with this theme and make a save real quick. Boulder 1. Minmus orbit. Cool. Alright. I do want to land... I want to land here, but I want to land in the light. So, here, 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm back. Should sound right. Alright. Where were we? Plotting out. Sorry, can't do that. So we're going to warp to hereabouts. We did make a save, so we are... Oop. New EVA science. Yank. Alright, let's keep going. We're gonna try and go to like hereabouts. Nope, slopes. We're gonna keep getting this, but it's free science. So, well, it's not free, but... Ooh, try and grab this quick before it goes away. There we go. Boom. That's actually probably most of the biomes if I had to guess. But here comes Bob. Oh, the great flats. Oh yeah, there are flats over here, I suppose. But our flag planting site's over here. Let's grab that. Keep going. Just go to hereabouts. No, one more. So close. Right here. Our orbital velocity is very slow, so it's not a lot to slow down. But oh, just look at how beautiful that is for a second. Let's detach that. Shouldn't have affected our orbit too much, should it? No. Just wanted that out of the shot. Look at this. I've got some graphics mods that make this look so beautiful. Alright. We're on now. Gosh, this little landing marker, which is a little bit useful. We're going to aim right for the middle. So there we go. Simple as that. Boom, we're landing on Minmus. Oh, and we're over the lesser flats, so even more EVA science. Cool. I'm gonna hide that. Let's make sure we're on ground level, though I believe the flats are roughly ground level. So we're going to do something quick. We're going to try and cancel out a lot of our horizontal velocity. So I'm gonna look up here where it says horizontal speed, and we're going to try and bring that down to 0. So we're basically coming straight down. Oh, alright, looks like we're a little bit off, but should generally get the job done. Okay. Here we go. Come on, Bob, you can do it. Easy goes it on the throttle. Boom. Hold steady. And ladies and gentlemen, we are on Minmus. Easy as that. It's our first landing. So we're gonna grab some science here. Look at 65, 160. Gonna go on EVA. Grab our EVA report and surface sample. Real quick, grab our crew report. And you thought we were done. Oh, you are so naive. We have to plant our very first flag. Yes, Bob. Here we go. Site name. Minmus has been Minmus first landing. Wahoo! Cause why not? Let's take a screenshot of this beautiful moment with the cosmos in the background. Yes. Pledge allegiance, Bob, to the United States of Carbon. Oh. Going for a little spacewalk. Why not? We've made it. I think we deserve it. But that is only half of it. We do have to get home. So, I think we should get going. Now, the question is, do we hop to another biome? That is what we need to figure out. Gonna board up. Yeah, actually, let's make a quick save here. That's probably a smart idea. Save game. Here. Balder 1, Minmus, landed. But I think it is time to go. We're already cruising on up to 20 kilometers. Like so. I don't know if we want to hop and go do another biome or not. I don't think I want to. I think because the Mun will give us a bunch more science, and from that we'll have enough for Duna. But I don't think I want to have that much science. I want to have some progression to do, at least past Duna. We'll have most of the stuff probably for anything we do after Duna, but wow. And I just realized we are going straight to the South Pole. So we're going to head straight to the North Pole, which is this way. I actually think this is the, not the North Pole. We're going to try and get this thing going the other way. We want this thing going west to east, because that makes our return trip a little bit easier. This way? Yes, much better. And I think we're good to go to cruise on up towards our apogee. We can't create a maneuver node, but that's okay. I am pretty skilled at Kerbal Space program. Time up right up to our apoapsis. Not a very even orbit, but well, we get the job done. So this is the hard part. Since we don't have communication with Kerbin, we have to go home without a maneuver node. So we've got to think about this. So if we leave and our trajectory leaves us that way, going ahead of Minmus's orbit's going to give us a little speed boost. And we keep going that way, it's going to make us go further and further. We're basically going to end up, out orbiting the sun. So we want to exit behind the orbit this way to make it go lower and lower until we reach Kerbin, which means we want to burn hereabouts towards the periapsis. So we're going to go about there. We're going to burn prograde. And we are going to hope. Oh, and look at that. I actually know my stuff. So that is actually very high up still, but we're going to leave it here. Once we exit Minmus's influence, we'll be able to fine-tune it. But this is rocket science without being able to use the computer. So, it's rocket science. We are going to... Let's see, we're going to just time warp up until we exit. Bye-bye, Minmus. Gonna miss you. My favorite minty space rock. Goodbye. See it going in the distance. Alright, now we're in orbit of Kerbin. So we're going to go in retrograde here. And now we should be able to, fingers crossed, drop this much further. Just need to bring that down to right within the atmosphere. I think 40 Ks should be good. Trying to think, I don't want to go too hot, but I don't want to go too shallow. So maybe 35. We'll try 35. Maybe 30. Because I'm just remembering past experiences where I know 40 was too high, 35 I feel like is still too close to that. But from right now on, we are technically safe. We will get home eventually, but I want to pull it just a little bit closer. I think that'll do nicely. Last thing to do, go point straight up, and we're just going to cruise home. How do you feel, Jeb, or Bob? You've done it. You have landed. You are the first Kerbal to have landed on Minmus. And on a body other than Kerbin. And planted our first flag. First of many. There will be plenty more. I can assure you of that. Here we are, we're approaching. So we speed up a whole lot right here. This is real speed of how quickly we are losing altitude and speeding up. It's fast. We're gonna point, actually, I think radial out. Yeah. And we're gonna decouple this right when we hit the atmosphere and then go straight back to retrograde. So coming in this hot, it is very, very good that we packed these chutes. Looks like we might be landing over land. Although we're probably going to be entering for a while. Oh, hey. Oh, never mind. Board, board, board. Got a little greedy for science there. Considering how much we just earned going to Minmus, I don't think that little bit's going to do a whole ton. We get to watch the fireworks show as that burns up, and I guess as we go into the atmosphere, we plummet. Look at that. Oh. We are gonna get concerningly hot though. Shouldn't push it. We have enough ablator on there, but it is going through it very, very fast actually. We'll have enough, but you know, just to kind of describe how hot this is. And Bob might experience some G-forces. So beautiful. Love it. Whoa, this maneuver node's not having fun. We can delete it now. We are on our way up, but our apoapsis is rapidly decreasing. Actually, our periapsis, sorry, is below, so we aren't... Oh, we might hop back into space. Nope, we're not going to make it back into space. We're kind of going to go up and then down, so we're basically bouncing off the atmosphere. No matter how ridiculous that sounds. Looks like we're gonna land. Trying to think. Where would that be? Is that like the Black Sea? Well, no, because that's Africa, so this would make this the like U.S. The U.S. I guess. Sure, we're landing in the Appalachians because I said so. Oh, and we're getting nice and toasty here, too. But look, it's the end. We're done. Bob. It's almost over. Just a few more minutes of unpowered flight, and we're done. You want to get an EVA report right here? Because I sure don't. Alright, we're about to... Alright, entering the supersonic range now. Boom. We're gonna pop chutes at like 5Ks, I think. There you go, Bob. Worst comes to worst, you can jump out and parachute down on your own. So you are pretty much safe. We're almost home. Almost. Almost, buddy. See, nice and slow. It's still pretty dang fast to hit the ground, but it is enough to keep Bob, my boy, safe. Actually, no, it's not. Main parachute will make it. There we go, 6 kilometers. Or 6 meters a second. Nice and slow. You know, we might as well get that EVA report. Why not? Oop. Looks like we broke the heat shield, but ta-da! We're on the ground. Got some extra science to get. And yeah. We did it. We're done, Bob. We went to Minmus. We did it. We planted the flag. We got the science. We're done. We're halfway through the Kerbal system. Oh, it's so good. So good, Bob. You've made your planet proud. Let's see how much science we got. Any guesses? I'm going to say 800. 1400. Yeah, that's what I said. Totally. Wow, that's a lot. Let's just clean these up real quick. Looks like this might be the debris from the boosters or something. Whew. Let's take a look at what we can buy. Alright, this one's obviously, I'm just going to do it. Can't keep looking at it like that. So let's take a little look, because I think we're going to have to cut the stream off after we're done here. So we'll have a little ponder through here. So advanced electrics. So extendable solar panels, more batteries, the Cal controller, better thermal control systems, all sorts of panels. I think that that's definitely going to have to happen. Miniaturization. EVA experiments, that could be fun to do on the Mun. Adapters, docking port. Let's see, space exploration. Oh, this looks like it's a whole bunch of stuff from a mod that I forgot to uninstall. So I will make sure to do that. But a lot of this is like all like the ISS parts. If you're curious what that mod is, I believe it's Habtech 2. But I am going to have to uninstall these. I don't want these here. What is here normally looks like the Rovemax wheels, ladders, work lights, storage, the hitchhiker, so stuff for space stations. Advanced flight control. This one is, I think we're going to get it. All RCS stuff, so basically important stuff for docking and maneuvering. It's fuel tank. Another command pod, the Gemini style command pod, which fits 2 Kerbals, which I think is what I want to take Kerbals to the Mun with. And a lander can, which probably will only use for Duna, but it's worth getting. Next is landing. So landing gear, like retractables, which will be nice. Also the heat shield for that capsule, which is pretty important. Bigger chutes, bigger legs, which are pretty important. I think that's a must. More plane parts, we'll skip that for now. Propulsion systems. Just a bunch of small tanks and stuff. I think that'll be useful for landers and also probes, probably. Heavy rocketry, this is nice. This is all the engines for some of the bigger stuff and bigger boosters and stuff like that. I say we check out this down here, though, a bit more. Advanced landing. I think that's further from what we need, though. Fly-by-wire, burner engines. I don't think we really need that. Command modules. This one is enticing for the lander can. Service bay. Ooh. We can do an Apollo-style mission, I suppose. Is there anything interesting in here? The lab. Yeah, not terribly. So that's possible. Let's look at this, though. I want to invest in science down here. So we've got satellite, probe cores, struts. Okay, what about down here? High power electrics. Fuel cell, so that's another option for generating power past solar panels. The giant solar array. But this is a lot of stuff for like stations and big probes and stuff, and electronics. This is the seismic accelerometer, and so these are the experiments, so I do definitely want that one. I think we need to get up to, yeah, here for the gravioli detector. And actually that comes from up here, so we might get space exploration as well. It's worth considering. Let's take a look up here though. Heavier rocketry, so the twin bore, more boosters, nice upstage engines are nice to use. I like the sound of that. Advanced fuel systems, even bigger fuel tanks. Some more stuff for that. I think that's also good. Precision propulsion. I do like this stuff, but I don't think we really need it yet. If we have enough for, let's see. We don't have enough for one of these and one of these. Do have enough for two of these small ones. So I think we'll definitely go for space exploration. And then miniaturization gives us another experiment, but also, or we could get plane parts. So which one should we do? I really want to do planes because I love planes, but that's not the focus of this. So I want to bring that to the Mun, so we're gonna do this. So yeah, tech tree is expanded. Hopefully after the Mun mission we can unlock the nuclear engines, so we can go to the go to Duna on those. Some of the, you know, nicer electronics and stuff. Definitely the gravioli, want to bring that, so we're gonna have to get through all of that. But yeah, I think that's a great place to leave off for this stream. We've gotten quite a lot done. Well, not a ton. We got to Minmus, but Minmus was, to be fair, you know, the goal. So we did Minmus. We will build and probably also fly the craft to the Mun next time. And if we have time, or at some point, before we go to Duna, I'd love to pack in some airplane shenanigans, just because they're fun. But yeah, I think that's a wrap on this stream. So thank you everybody who tuned in, who is still here. I appreciate your support. It was a lot of fun. Hope you guys had fun. I definitely did. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles.